right, we're here at Jessy James Golf, and Andrew just finished his fitting. He got fitted for irons and a driver. So overall, how would you rate the experience?
It was a lot more detailed than I thought it would be. I'm exhausted. I mean, we probably put up hundreds of shots, which is pretty neat, but it's also really nice, anytime you go somewhere and you know that you're working with an expert, you're working with somebody that's seen it so many times. As soon as I started hitting, actually when he looked at my clubs, he told me what my misses were, and he was spot on, both my driver and my 7-iron, which was pretty awesome. And he goes, oh, so these are going to be your misses? And I said, yeah, absolutely. Even with my driver, and he said, oh, so you're not getting a lot of roll on your driver, it hits, and just like spot on. So obviously he knows what he's doing. So then to go through the different club head types, the different shaft types, the different grips, the different, the flexes, just the amount of data that he put up there was pretty amazing, especially when he's looking at it and he's like, okay, and then he would narrow it down to the two best, and then he would retest, and then we picked the options that were best for me, which I think if anybody's going to go through a fitting, they want the very best, not only in expertise, but the final outcome, the final product. And I think that's exactly what we got today.
Awesome. Is this something you'd recommend for any avid golfer?
So yes, because I am an average golfer, right? I'm not, you've seen me play. I'm as average as they come. I'm not horrible, but I'm as average as they come, and so I'm a part of a lot of these golf trader pages and all this stuff, and these guys are selling clubs for $1,400, $1,500, and it's like, you're spending that much money for equipment that doesn't suit you. He just went through my clubs and was like, this is what needs to change on your existing clubs for your game to get better. So anybody that's going to invest in golf, and that's what he said, I'm not looking to change your swing, which I liked. That was one of my biggest fears, is that he would come in and say, okay, this is what I want you to do with your elbow. This was, I don't want that. Like, I'm comfortable with my swing. And he said, perfect, we're going to find the right club combination that's going to work with what you're already taking to the golf course. So highly recommend it. I'm a little upset that I haven't done this sooner, but we're here now, and it was a great experience.
And how excited are you for once you start getting into the clubs that you want and the ones that fit you to get back out on the course?
Very excited. So number one, he's going to do some alterations to my current clubs until we can pick exactly which, we've got the shafts that we want. And for the club heads, for different ones, we've got the different options. So I can't wait until we get to specifics and get those. I'm ready to take those out on the course.
Why don't you touch on, for when you first started hitting your clubs, you said your 7-iron was your 175 club.
Sure.
But what were you actually hitting it compared to what you ended up hitting?
Yeah, I think it was carrying about 167, 168. And then once we went through all the fittings, the shaft and then the club head, I think it was 182, 183 carry. So it's a huge difference, which, I'll reiterate, I'm not a distance guy, but I want to know exactly what my distances are. So when I first started swinging with my existing club, pre-altered, my distances were like 11, 12 yards differences. And so, which that frustrates me as a golfer. So then once he was getting it up to 182, those last, I think, 7 shots were 4 yards. All of them were within 4 yards, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm not the guy that needs to get up there and say, oh, this is a 200 shot, I'm going to take my 9-iron. No, I'm happy to take my 6-iron. I don't care, but I want to know that within 4 yards, I'm good. I don't want to go out there and be like, well, this could be a 207 or it could be a 195. Let's go. So, yeah, the fact that he was able to take equipment combinations, put them together to put me on a more consistent distance, I think that's the reassurance that I would want on the course more than anything.
Awesome, Andrew. Well, congratulations again on winning the drawing for this fitting. We got one more to go.
Life-changing. I want to thank the Academy. Okay, I want to thank God, obviously. Yeah.
Well, I got one last question.
I think we're thinking on the same line on this next question.
your overall experience, what will this do with your confidence on the golf course from here on out when you get those clubs?
And let's just say, per se, if you're in a match play event playing against
Not necessarily
Sure.
against my team, but
against,
Anybody.
anybody's team.
Anybody's team.
Let's just say Doug Prusak.
Doug Prusak. Well, Doug's a great competitor. I hear he just became eligible for AARP, which I know he's super excited about. No, I love Doug. Doug and I played together, and he's always beat me. Doug's a great player. I love playing with him. He's a great player. But you and I have had these conversations. I'm practicing more now. I'm playing more now, and you've heard, and I've heard all along. You want to get fitted. Mm-hmm. That is an added part to it. So it's definitely going to increase my confidence in my own game. And Doug and I are, I think he'll agree. We're pretty similar players. He always has a few shots advantage on me. And I think this might be one of those things that can get me closer to playing like him. I think, when we play and he's on, he's anywhere from a 76, 78, 80, in there. And when I'm on, I'm anywhere from a 79, 82, 84. Right? So from the consistency that he just showed me,
right.
I think this will get me down to kind of what Doug is shooting, which is the next step.
Yeah, from all the videos that we'll post from the hitting and everything, you'll see the consistency and how everything, all the misses were, dispersion pattern was quite a bit less.
Yeah.
All in the same area.
Much more accurate and much more consistent. So
well, awesome, Andrew. Well, appreciate you being a part of this.
Thank you.
Last shout out to the random number generator. You're the real MVP.